Hi everyone, it's Jacqueline. Today we're going to be thinking about the question, is breadth better than depth for your IB history essays? So this is applicable to standard level students, higher level students, particularly for paper 2 and paper 3, the essay-based papers. Okay, so breadth versus depth. There are benefits to both, of course. With breadth, you can show off your knowledge. Whereas with depth, you show off your ability to analyze. There are negative sides to both as well. So with breadth, you can overwhelm your reader. For example, if you give example after example after example, it can seem like a bit too much. But the con for depth is that you are more likely to get lost, because if you're going into depth, that really means that you're analyzing your evidence, and you might get lost with your train of thought and things might get very confusing. Okay, so there are pros and cons. Ultimately, breadth will demonstrate your ability to memorize. It's all about the facts that you have memorized. If you have an essay that really, really focuses on breadth. If you have an essay that focuses more on depth, then that's demonstrating your ability to think critically. So think about that. Which do you think the examiners are going to prefer? Are they going to prefer seeing an essay that proves that you are good at memorizing things? Or are they going to prefer an essay that proves that you are able to think critically? And I think that probably will give you your answer. That if you're going to focus on, one at the expense of the other, then you should focus on depth above breadth. But that doesn't mean you should completely neglect breadth. Please don't. It's important to have examples. It's important to have a range of examples. So if you think, you're making, say, about 3 arguments per essay. So for every argument or every point that you make, you want to have approximately, there is no strict rule, but you want to have approximately 2 examples. So that's providing your breadth. Then you want to provide the depth. That's where you're going to focus on critically analyzing the examples you have presented. So you can probably present your examples in 1 or 2 sentences. You can probably critically analyze your examples in maybe 2 to 4 sentences. So you can see that that's kind of the way to balance breadth and depth. But if you have to choose between providing another example or more fully developing your point, choose the latter. Choose depth over breadth. Hope that helps.